Ooh, what's going on YouTube? Bear here, this is Bear's Mix. Welcome to my channel. I think I want to open up today by saying a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is very, very important. It's something we cannot lose sight of. This is, of course, the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and it is what protects us from the government as well as other forces. Uh, I'm not going to say what many believe that the Constitution. I see all memes all the time. I see messages all the time. Hey, the Constitution actually says you can overthrow the government if you don't like it. Actually, no, you cannot. That is not found anywhere in the Declaration of Independence. It is actually found in the divorce decree we presented to King George in October of 1776. What's a divorce decree, you ask? It is the Declaration of Independence. On July 2nd, 1776, Congress voted to dissolve the connection between this country and Great Britain, declaring that the United Colonies of North America to be free and independent states. Of course, this later became the United States of America, and this was done on July 2nd, 1776, which I feel is the uh, actual birth date of America, although it wasn't ratified and signed until July 4th, 1776. And what I'm going to do here now, I'm going to start up a whole new series here for you guys. It's going to be a new playlist. It's going to be entitled We the People. And I'm going to go over quite a bit here that has to do with the founding principles and the founding doctrines of our nation. But we're going to get into all that and a little bit more right after this brief introduction. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here, as always. From the bottom of my heart, 100 much love and respect for every single one of you. If it wasn't for you guys being here and watching my channel, I wouldn't have a channel. That being said, I've noticed that approximately 78% of you that are watching my videos have not subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the channel out immensely. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know when we upload new videos. And comment. Let me know what you think, how I'm doing, how the channel is doing, what your views and opinions are about our Constitution and our great nation. But please try to be civil. You can say whatever you want, but please be civil about it. I am a firm believer in not only the Second Amendment, but the First Amendment, your freedom of speech, freedom of expression. So I'm not going to mute you. I'm not going to delete your comments. I might edit them, block out certain words, which I know it's censorship, but the context of what you're trying to say will remain so people will understand what you're trying to say. Because of YouTube policies, I'm forced to do this. It's not something I want to do. It's just YouTube's policies. Now, what I plan on doing here on this new series, We the People, is I'm going to be reading to you starting on July 4th at noon Alaska time. And every 2 weeks after that, I'm going to release a new video where I'm reading some of our um, most profound and defining documents and letters and messages and missives and stuff that led to the founding of our nation. I'm going to start on July 4th with the Declaration of Independence, and then we're going to go from there. I will read the original Bill of Rights. I will read you the full context of the U.S. Constitution. I'm also going to cover things like the Federalist Papers, which break down the different parts of the Constitution, what our founders were thinking, what they were envisioning, and what they wanted for the Constitution for this nation. I might even do the Silence Do Good letters. For those of you who don't know, when Ben Franklin was a young boy, he wrote to his, I believe it was his father's newspaper, a series of letters, but he always signed them Silence Do Good, pretending to be a widowed woman. I'm going to cover those. I'm going to cover the Emancipation Proclamation. And Juneteenth, for those of you who don't know, Juneteenth just passed, and Juneteenth is celebrating the Emancipation Proclamation when on June 19th, 1863, I believe it was. I'll double check that later. When Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation and freed the slaves. I'm going to do a lot of stuff. I know I've said time and time again, I want to keep politics off the channel. This isn't politics. This has to do with history and education. And as they say, those that forget their past are doomed to repeat it. And unfortunately, I'm starting to see that happen right now. If your eyes are awake, or your eyes are open rather, and you're paying attention, you're going to see it too. Um, there's stuff going on that the likes of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would be rolling in his grave for. Same with Betsy Ross. Not Betsy Ross. Her name eludes me. The black woman there that refused to sit in the back of the bus. Um, oh, wow, I cannot think of her name. It'll come to me later. Um, People that stood up for the rights of the blacks. Uh, they wanted to do away with segregation. Well, the problem we're having now is this is not being taught in schools anymore. It's not being taught to our children. And they're starting to segregate themselves. They think it's a good idea to, you know, we want our own schools, our own airports, our own restaurants, our own theaters, our own buses, our own trucks, our own property, our own TV shows, our own movie stations, our own television networks, our own radio stations. They're not realizing that they're self-segregating. They're segregating themselves from the rest of the population, which is a very dangerous thing because they don't know it. They haven't been taught, so it's being forgotten, and they're reliving it. They're repeating it, and it's not going to go well. Now, I don't want to bring race into it. I don't want to bring politics into it, but this is going to be some of these topics I'm going to cover are going to be heated. Uh, I don't mean any disrespect towards any particular race, any particular person. I'm just putting it out there. I'm trying to get a open, honest dialogue going. Uh, I know there's a lot of you blacks out there that refer to yourselves as African American. Well, I got news for you. If you were born in America, you're just plain American. You might be of African descent, but it's no different than somebody from Irish descent or Italian descent or Portuguese descent or any other descent where they're turning on. Well, I'm Irish American or Canadian American or Mexican American or Italian American or Polish American or African American. Number one, why are you putting another nation in front of it? Number two, why are you splitting two nations on there? If you were born in America, you are an American citizen. You were born in America. You might be of African descent or Asian descent or Portuguese descent, any other nationality. Your parents might have stepped off the boat, came here, and gave birth to you, making you a U.S. citizen. They can claim that they are whatever American. If you have dual citizenship, if you're a citizen of the United States and you're a citizen of Africa, then yeah, okay, you're African American. But which um, nationality do you think best represents you? Which one are you more proud of? If you're born in America and you say you're African American, you're saying you're more proud of Africa than you are America. Now, if you say you're American African, don't sound right. It just because nobody says it. But why are you putting your birth nation second place? Just food for thought. Food for thought. Now, as I said, starting July 4th, every 2 weeks, I'm going to release a new video for you guys where I'm reading these different things. We might do a little bit of discussion on it. Um, when the session is done, I do want to plan to set up and do a live Facebook, or not Facebook, I'm sorry, a live YouTube broadcast where you guys can come in and chat live with me, chat amongst yourselves. And again, like I said, please keep your responses civil. I'm going to try and keep my message civil, and I only ask that you do the same. All right, well, I guess that's going to be it for now. I just want to jump in here, give you guys a little update, get this uploaded, and say a happy birthday to America as we're getting ready to celebrate America's 246th birthday. As always, keep it between the ditches, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. I'll see you out there on highways, and go Army, beat Navy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.